Hello and welcome back. Soul Surfer Dave here. Today's video, the true forgiveness technique for deep healing, especially what prevents you from feeling your soulgasmic joy and love. The true forgiveness technique is from A Course in Miracles. It's an overarching philosophy and view and perspective. And the Disappearance of the Universe book breaks it down into 3 simple steps that we're going to go over towards the end of the video. So it'll be about 10 minutes. And what is it? It comes from the perspective that you're wholly innocent and have never done anything wrong in the first place. As a child of spirit, you've always done the best you can. And I'm going to get a little bit larger picture here and risk some heretical philosophy. Again, from A Course in Miracles. I didn't come up with this. It's too brilliant. If God, Holy Spirit, Great Spirit, all that is, whatever you call the infinite intelligence, the creator, is all loving and only love, then what is all this hate, destruction, death, murder, rape, all these horrible things? Where's that coming from? Who's creating that? That's been a question that has puzzled me most of my life. And A Course in Miracles have the answer. And the answer is Spirit, God is not creating it, which is really good news. I mean, think about a parent. If a parent was all loving and protective and gave their child everything one day, and the next day, maybe they were torturous, hateful, angry, attacking, evil, abusive. That'd be maniacal, sociopathic, right? The child would be like, didn't know which parent it was getting in any given day. So as humans, we project our qualities that we have temporarily here while on earth onto God. It's a classic projection, right? That's nothing new. We project onto people and things and everything. So it's no surprise that we project onto God. So in this whole scenario, we have created these things and situations where something's happening on the surface, but in reality, in the eternal self, in your soul, there is perfect love and innocence. But on the surface, in the personality at any given lifetime, because of our negative beliefs, our false beliefs, and our belief in separation, we have personalities that sometimes do great harm to other people. But in the reality of Great Spirit, in the reality of God, you're still perfect and love and one, and you're not doing any harm. So that's sometimes a mind trip to grab, to wrap your head around. So I'm just going to introduce it right now for the purposes of this video. And I'll get into it more later. Excuse me. We don't edit here. We're raw, perfect, and just going for it. So in that sense, you've never done anything wrong in the eyes of God and Spirit. Okay? But our minds really judge and criticize ourselves. So you use this true forgiveness technique on anything that upsets you, large or small. I mean, you don't need to go every little thing throughout the day, but you know what I mean. If there's a memory of somebody or something that upset you, you can use that too. Excuse me, you can use that too. Complete with hiccups. Let's say somebody upsets you. You're driving and somebody cuts you off or does something to upset you. Okay, that's an upset. Anger's coming up. Okay, that person did not put anger in you. It triggered what was already there. And there's a couple things you can do. Either blame the other person and get all pissed off and stay mad, or eventually, after you calm down, take responsibility and say, you know what? That situation triggered anger that was in me. This is an opportunity to release it because I didn't know it was there. It was subconscious. It was below my conscious mind and out of my awareness. So this answers the question, how do I know what I don't know? How do I know what's in my subconscious that is affecting me negatively? Well, look at your life. Look at the things that trigger you. So usually sometimes in the heat of the emotion, you're not able to do this true forgiveness technique. So just give yourself some patience and time, and just after the upset, calm down and say, you know what? That was really what triggered in me. And I'm going to take responsibility for it so I can release it. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to go over the 3 steps that you do. So now you know what it is. True forgiveness, the true kind, that you never did anything wrong, that you're innocent. The second concept is, okay, now you know when to use it, when anything that upsets you, from mild to great. And the third thing I want to share are the actual 3 steps. So the first step is saying this or something similar. I created this situation. The Course even goes as far as to say, I'm dreaming it. But you don't have to go that far, but you are seeing something in a dreamlike reality that's an illusion, i.e., you're separated, i.e., this person caused you anger, whatever the case. You don't have to understand this intellectually as much right at the beginning. Okay. Just it's empowering to say, I created this, I co-created this happening because of the belief in separation. One of the things that was created was buried guilt. So we punish and sabotage ourselves, and we're very powerful in ways to do that, right? We don't do that consciously. You wouldn't put your hand on a stove, right, on purpose, but we do subconsciously nonetheless. So the first step, I co-created this experience, this upset, whatever this happened. The second step is I forgive myself and the person or situation involved. And you do best to just see you as whole. You both are souls, perfect and loving. But you don't even have to go that far. Just simply say, I forgive myself and the other person. Now, this is important. You don't need to genuinely feel forgiving of yourself or the other person or situation. But you do need to be willing to forgive. I'm willing to forgive this. The third step, I choose my higher power instead of this false belief of ego, instead of this upset, name it. Okay. And that third step does not require your quote participation. The first 2 do. You have to do those. You have to be willing and give your permission. And then your higher power in the third step goes deep within you to the part of you that it's typically out of your awareness that is creating this false scenario and these tormenting and suffering of yourself. And it goes to releasing that. And you may not always feel it when it's happening. You may not feel a shift, but it's like an iceberg. It starts melting away that bottom of the iceberg, and the conscious mind not even be aware of it. But sooner or later, usually sooner, if you use it, you'll feel different. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel more joyful. You feel more connected. So if you have any questions about this, post in the comment, contact me directly, whatever it takes. But this is very important. Don't mistake the simplicity for the power of it. Much love and light to you now, and may you use this now.